Hey guys, welcome back. Today I'm doing a coral look. So this is what I came up with. I hope that you like it. I think it's really pretty, very summer appropriate. You could throw some black eyeliner on and this could turn into an evening look if you wanted. So if you guys are interested in seeing how I put today's look together, keep watching, it's coming right up. Okay, so I have already started by putting some sunscreen on my face. I'm going to use this Maybelline Dream Fresh BB cream. Sarah bought this. She didn't really like it, so she gave it to me. And it's a little bit runny. It's not horrible. It's not as thick as like my Garnier or my Sonia Kashuk. And this doesn't offer as much coverage as those two. But it's very light. And it's just enough, I think. And for those of you that don't like wearing a lot in the summer, this might be something for you to look into. But I don't want anyone to be surprised if they buy this at the lack of coverage, because there really is not much coverage with this at all. Put a little bit of my Smashbox primer on here. Okay, for my lids I'm going to use a little bit of my Soft Ochre Paint Pot from MAC. And I'm also going to use this Color Tattoo eyeshadow that I have. It's Fierce and Tangy, and this is the orange one. So I'm going to use that one as well. If you don't have Fierce and Tangy, let's say you live in Europe and you just can't get these, the Sleek Primer palette has an orange in it that you can use. Also, if you can get NYX, the NYX Jumbo pencils, they have an orange in there as well. If you can get MAC, you can use Rubenesque Paint Pot. This is what that looks like. So you have some choices here. You don't have to just be stuck with what I'm using. That's Rubenesque. So, but for my look today, I'm going to use my Soft Ochre. If you can't get Soft Ochre, or if it's out of your price range, the e.l.f. All-in-One Cover Stick will work also, and these are $1. So, but for today I'm going to go ahead and use my Soft Ochre, and I'm just going to put that on with my finger. I decided to take a little bit of my NYX Jumbo Pencil and Milk and put this right in the inner corner here. I realize this is a lot of product, but I just want, this is what that looks like. I'm sure that most of you have seen it. But I just really want the inner corner to be a little bit brighter. I'm just going to blend that out with a little brush here. Okay, now I'm going to take the Color Tattoo, and I'm going to use a brush for that. I would suggest using a synthetic brush for this, but you don't absolutely have to. I just think synthetic works a little bit better with cream because the bristles, they don't soak up the product. And then just pull that in. And I'm just putting a little bit of this along the lower lash line here, just in the outer corner. And what you want to do is just slightly pull that, oops, I'm sorry guys, I forgot to zoom in. You just want to take that orange right up onto your brow bone here and just start to blend it in. And you want it to fade gradually as it comes over. Okay, I'm going to start with this color here. This is called Gleam. This is from MAC. This is a luster finish. And I'm going to use this on my inner corner. And I don't know the description of this offhand. That's what it looks like. But I'm going to use that as my inner corner highlight. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on first. If you guys can hear that noise in the background, that's my fan. My room is really hot at the moment. My face is like super shiny right now too, which I hate. I'm not one of those people who's big on that dewy look. I kind of like things to stay, I guess, matte looking. Forgot to do my eyebrows again. Okay, now we're going to go into Paradisco. And I'm going to use this brush here. It's a little bit dirty. I used it yesterday and didn't have time to wash it last night. And for those of you that are wondering, this is a MAC 239. So I'm going to take this color here onto the center part from the inner corner right to the center. Then I'm going to take this along the lower lash line as well. Okay, the next color that I'm going to take is this one here. It's called Cranberry, and this is also another MAC color. And this is just going to go into the outer corner. And I'm going to use the Sonia Kashuk brush here. So actually just kind of put it right in here. And then pull it in. Okay, I'm going to take this brush right here. This is a MAC brush, and this is a 219. No, it's not. 217 brush. I'm just going to lightly go into my crease here and just blend these two colors together. Okay, we're going to take a brown now, and we're going to use this one here. This is also from MAC. It's called Antiqued. It's very pretty browny orange color. So we're going to use that. And I'm going to use that same Sonia Kashuk brush. Just going to press it in right out here in the outer corner and then pull it in. Okay, I'm going to take that 217 and just start to blend in. I take a little bit more Antiqued and put it right on the lid. It looks really good mixed with Cranberry. It's kind of like that burnt orange color. And I really wanted to, it was hard to come up with a color combination because I wanted to stay in the coral family, but I don't have a color that is what I would consider coral. And I mean, I do, but I don't want to use the new Sleek palette that I got because, like I said, I know that not everybody can get their hands on it. I'm going to take that Sonia Kashuk brush, go back into Antiqued, and I'm going to put that along the lower lash line just out here in the outer corner. Okay, you guys, my eyebrows are driving me crazy, so I need to fill them in. I'm just going to use my Revlon Color Stay, and mine is in Blackened Brown. Okay, eyebrows are done. Okay, to finish off the eyes, I am going to go into my, this is what I call my neutrals palette from MAC, and it's pretty much like all my, what I would refer to as like neutral colors, highlight colors, things like that. So I'm going to go into that, and I'm going to use a little bit of, if I could find my brush, I'm going to use a little bit of this color here. It's called Brulee. And Wet n Wild has a Brulee. I use that one quite a bit. But I'm just going to go ahead and grab this one. And I'm going to put that in right underneath my eyebrow. And you can run it into that top line if you like. I used to use Tissue Weight and Just all the time on my inner corner, which I actually still do, but I don't put it in the videos. Like, I'll wait till the video is over, because I know that you guys can't get these colors anymore. But this is what they look like for those of you that are wondering. This one is Tissue Weight, that one's Just, and I like to mix those together and just put them like right in here in the inner corner. Tissue Weight I got at the CCO. I just found out, well, I found out a while ago that they're discontinuing Just as well, so, but I like to put those two colors together and put them like right in here to really kind of like lighten that up and highlight the area. But as far as the eye makeup goes, we're done, and I think that that's a very nice combination. It's a coral, it's a little bit, you know, like peach to coral. Using Antiqued really helped a lot. Cranberry and antiques together on top of each other really helped to achieve like that darker coral look. I was a little bit worried about how that was going to look, but I think it turned out pretty nice. So I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes and put on some black mascara. I'm going to use my Ulta Amped lashes in jet black. And I usually use my Clinique bottom lash on my lower lashes. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and conceal. I'm going to use a little bit of my Pixie Peach corrector. And I'm just going to use my finger to put that on. I'm going to use this new concealer pen that I got from Gypsy. It's from Lacura Beauty. And I really like this concealer. I didn't know this, but you can get this at Aldi's, but I don't think the Aldi's by my house sells makeup. So I'm going to kind of look around, check out some of the other Aldi's in neighboring cities and see if I can pick some of this up. When I went online, they had eyeshadow duos, and they had the concealer, foundation, nail polish. I couldn't believe it. I've never heard of it before. So if I can get my hands on some of it, I'm going to do a video using like all Lacura brand. Okay, and I'm going to powder lightly under my eyes. I'm going to use my Makeup Academy pressed powder. I really like this. It's very soft. I just like how it feels, like just touching the powder with my finger. It's very soft. I like it a lot. I'm just going to press this in here. Just going to powder a little bit around my nose, my chin, and my forehead. I'm not going to over powder because it's just so hot outside today, and I have a baseball game to go to later, and the last thing I want is cake face. So I'm not really going to overdo the powder. I'm not even like dipping back into the powder. I'm just kind of swirling the brush around my face. Okay, and for my cheeks, I'm going to use a little bit of my NYX stick blush, and this one is called Orchid. It's a very pretty color. I like it a lot. It's kind of like a goldy orange or gold pink. It's very pretty. Just going to kind of dab it on my face here. I like to use cream blushes in the summertime and then kind of go over it a little bit with a matching blush so that it will stay put a little bit longer. Okay, to go over that, is my bed showing? Alright, I'm going to use a little bit of my e.l.f. blush. This is in Peachy Keen. That's what that looks like. It doesn't look like much in the package. And actually when I put it on my finger, it doesn't look like much, but it's a really pretty subtle color, and it'll look good over this. So I'm going to use my angle brush here. Put that right over the top of the cream. Okay, and then for my lips, I'm going to use this Ulta lip liner. It's called Flesh. This is what it looks like. Go ahead and line with that. Right now these are $1 at Ulta. Okay, and then over that I'm going to use some of my e.l.f. matte lip color, and this one is in Nearly Nude. So what I did was I filled in my entire lip with the Flesh lip liner, and then I used the e.l.f. matte lipstick just kind of like in the center. So what I'm going to use now is this lip gloss from Rimmel. It is called Nonstop Glamour. The Chihuahua's in here. She wants out. Okay guys, so we are all done with today's look. Go ahead and zoom in a little for you. Now this was requested. This was actually requested a while ago. Let's see if I got my little book in front of me. Isn't this cool? This is my little notebook. It's just a journal, and I write my ideas and requests and things in here. So Let's see. Oh, here we go. PMLHND requested that I do a coral look, and I'll put it up here so that you guys can see. But she requested that I do a coral look, and she actually requested this quite a while ago. I did do the look, but I didn't like it. And then I got the Sleek Sunset palette, and I was like, cool, I'll use that. And then I realized, no, that's probably not a good idea because not everybody can get it. So that's why I decided to use MAC. I know it's a little more pricey, but I know that MAC is something that everybody can get no matter where you live. The 88 palettes, again, I mean, there are some really nice colors in the palettes, but I didn't really like the selection that I had here, and I couldn't get the brown right. Like, antiqued is such a pretty color, and it really added to this look. Like I said, I wanted the kind of like that burnt orange look out here in the outer corner. So I don't know, I like it. I'm very happy with it. I hope that you guys are happy with it. I will zoom in again. So that's it. We're all done. So if you guys have any more requests for me, feel free to leave those. Things are kind of slow going right now. I'm just kind of like back to work. Not full time, just kind of like on a PRN basis, so I kind of work whenever they need me. But it was a little bit harder. It was a little bit more difficult for me than I thought it was going to be. Not actually getting back into the work, but just the environment and being around people who aren't well. You know, it just kind of brought back, I don't know, just the whole last 7 months of my life. But I'm adjusting. I'll get there. So that's it. Like I said, things are kind of slow going, but I will get caught up. So thank you guys so much for being patient, and I will see you very soon. Bye.